it's Teresa here. Welcome to my channel. It has been a while. Today we are going to make page tabs and chat. So the chatting really is off and on through this whole video. But aren't these cute? And then we have just a paper. Might as well enhance the papers we got. I love it. So sit back and let's get crafting. So what you're going to need today, whatever you want to decorate your tabs with, and paper. This was a file folder that I used, and I have more, I just don't know where. I'm going to be using the envelope punch board. Set that aside a little bit, and a paper trimmer, and then just the decoration stuff you want to use, your little ephemera pieces. So let's get started. So what I do with these is clip the sides. So I am just going to go right here and chop. And we will use that for another tab. Why not? Don't want to waste paper, right? Okay, there you go. So this is one tab, and we will decorate that. And then, you know, this, I'm going to be doing when you're picking out your paper, you want to think of what you're doing. Well, at least I do, because my journaling has changed. So I am making journals for others, but more I'm going to start making them for scrapbooking for my family. So like I'm going to be making a flowery one that I'm still working on for my neighbor, and yeah, it's taking me like forever. I have a Disney one. This one is very simple, very plain. Like this can totally be used for like a generic or Disney. Oh, this would be fun for the flower one. Okay, so we're going to make a couple different kinds. Ones that are just one-sided, and then others that are double-sided. So if you're going to make a double-sided one, I would probably cut these at 2 inches. That's what I'm going to do. And these are pretty long, so you can make them long or short. These are going to stay the longer one. Like I kind of really like that. So, and then we're going to make ones that are smaller, but I'm going to do these. See, these little tab ones are like 3/8. So we're going to make a few like that are single. So let me show you how I will be making these, give you directions on this, and then we will move on to just a craft and chat. You can watch me cut and decorate and all that. Yeah, you're going to need scissors. So what I will do is I'll put this right in here and punch, and that gives me a curve. And then I am just gonna snip that. And here are my curves. See, they're a little different, which is fine. If you don't like that, take that one end in there, punch it, take the other end and punch it. And then you just trim those off. Okay, so here is one, and we are going to actually turn this into 2. So I'm going to fold this in half. We're going to stick that right in there and trim, and then we are going to just cut right there. Then we're going to flip it around. We're making this little corner meet up with right there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna trim that, and there we go. We have 2. small tabs. So the way I'm going to do this one, and this is going to be a big one, is I am just going to fold this right. So instead of using this, I'm going to use this so I know what side. So let's do a 1/2 inch. Actually, let's go in a little bit more. Let's go into, we're going to click at 2 inches. Then we're going to put this around, do 2 inches. And then, now if you wanted to, you can do these ends and go, but I'm not. I am just going to literally trim this right here. And then trim the other side. And we have our big tab. And that whole thing will get glued down right in here, and this part will be sticking up. So, and you can make them small like this if you wanted to. Like you could totally cut these down, and there's your big tab that goes over. No big deal. Okay, so now that we have these, I'm going to cut a few more and then we'll decorate them. And one of the things, like what I'm going to do with these, with this one, which is Disney, I'm going to cut it to a certain part and have a tab like this. And I'm going to decorate this portion that is going to go over, but I'm going to keep this open so I can do, oh, this is the day we went, or this is the year, or whichever way I want to do it. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to cut a couple more pieces out, and then we'll, so that now we're just going to catch up. So, one of the big things I have been failing at is getting the stuff posted at least twice a month, and I am so sorry for that. It has been a little crazy. I have started a new adventure. With my kids leaving, I've just been really needing more than just this channel, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, purpose? That sounds really stupid, but that's really what it came down to. I needed to be able to feel like I was contributing. So I decided to, I have a business partner. My best friend is doing this with me. And we are we're travel agents now. So it's a lot of studying, and that's the portion where I'm at, is studying, and we will have social media posts for it. So I will link those when they come down below. It's just been really crazy with everything. The studying, I went on a couple trips to support my niece and different things, and it's just been exhausting. You know, I'm still learning my limits with the fibro, but I'm gonna get better at the whole scheduling thing and get stuff up and out, and I am like, cannot tell you how excited I am. It's like this new adventure. I mean, I love to travel, I love to do things, and I'm going to, like, they have like this cruise that you can do for quilters, and I'm like so all over that because I started quilting more again. And at the end, I'll post a picture of my latest project I'm working on. And let's see, let's make this one also okay, now I'm going to do a lot of these because this is really good in neutral. And these are wet. 6, so I'll probably cut these down a little, some down, some not. But I am like really excited about the traveling thing. It's going to be very learning experience, fun, all that kind of stuff. I'm really excited. So I have been learning a lot, and I found out I can actually, they have training you can take so you can be, do those with disabilities, all kinds of disabilities. They have it on their disability list, like they have, oh, weight's a disability, food, like you can't do gluten, dairy, whatever, nuts, that's in their disability department. Like there's so many different things, and that's kind of cool to me that they have like all these different types of disabilities that you can do. So that part's kind of exciting. So these are going to be ones that are go over the edge. And if you do not have a punch board, just take your scissors and there you go. Doesn't have to be precise, doesn't have to be. And if you're an OCD crafter, see, look, that's not, but it'll be cute decorated. But if you are an OCD crafter, measure it, mark, and then go. My bestie is an OCD crafter. I am so not. So I hope everyone has been doing good and enjoying their new year and all that fun stuff. It has been, ooh, I like that. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to chomp that off. And then we are going to cut that part. It's going to be a straight one because that is just cute. Yeah, there's just been a lot of different things going on. Life is weird with 2 kids off to college. So but I just recently took a trip to Utah to go celebrate. My niece was in a play and she was amazing. Wouldn't think anything different with her. Very talented singer and actress. And dancer. She's a phenomenal dancer. But so I went out there for a quick trip this past weekend, and I was able to spend time with my nephew, niece, great nieces and nephews, and I'm telling you, it was so fun to see them. My niece, one of my nieces, and one of my nephews, they have my niece has 2 girls, and my nephew has 2 boys and 1 on the way. Well, the 2, the older 2, oh my gosh, you think they knew each other? They just played and played and played and played. They were attached at the hip. They've never met each other before, and it was just so fun to watch them. This one's going to be a long one. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun to watch them. It's fun to see how little kids play with each other and interact. Okay, so I am doing a little less of a tab. So we are going to 4.5. And we're going to flip it around and do 4.5. And then I'm just going to take my little trash thing and snip. There we go. And then these are smaller, so we are going to, like, I don't want them right up butt up against that, so we're gonna measure it 2 5/6 is what I think I'll do. There's a lot of different uses for these envelope punch boards, but making tags is quite fun with them. And there we go. And I love this, so we are just going to do a very small notch and flip it around and do another very small notch, and then we just have that little tiny piece right here to cut. There we go. We're going to put these at 3. And this at 3. Okay, so I got some of these cut out. I got some vintage photo marked on these, so let's just decorate. I think I want some numbers. There we go. Okay. So we are going to get this glued down first, and it is, oh my gosh, this is not wanting to come out. There we go. This is not gluing all of it, just part of it. There we go. Now you can stamp a letter, number, saying really whatever you want on here. I'm just not. There we go. That one's cute. Next. Okay, so we just want some added pretty on here. go, well, I like that flower. And that's something on that. How about a butterfly? I like that. Sometimes things don't have to be like extremely crazy, but since this is kind of going over, I am going to take a pencil and just mark it. So I know where not to put the glue. And then, there we go. Okay, so I'm in need of book recommendations. Does anyone have a good book they're reading? Like, I love sci-fi and some crime and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me. I am a big fan of the, my brain just fried. I am a huge fan of Fablehaven and those. They're actually kid stories, but that's about where my reading level is. So, okay, so this one, all I'm really going to do is just ink it up because I think it's cute just the way it is, and that's the power of paper. If you have cute paper, use it, you know? You don't have to add stuff to it. And I'm going to ink a little bit on this side. Okay, done. Because that one is just so adorable. So let's see, we have this, and let's pull out some, see if we can get a flower. These are all really big flowers. Oh look, this would probably work. That'd be cute, and then we can just chop that off there. See if we put that there, and then, you know, that would be, okay, let's do that. Okay, now I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to clip this right in here. Make sure you don't clip your fold. Here we go. Do not need that, and we are going to dig into some lace, and we're going to get a little piece of this. Where do we want it? I think right down here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let me get my good glue. This is my Fabric Fix glue, and it works really good for fabric. I mean, you can use it for anything, but I like it for fabric. just a little. There. There we go. And oops. Let me now remember this one is one that we like, kind of like it without. This is the one that I just freehanded and it's kind of funky looking. We are going to make sure that glue is like, yep. You don't want it to glue that part down. And then we are going to take this and glue that other side. We're going to kind of follow that. So the little bits right up here are not going to be glued. Oh, I forgot to add this a little closer. Oh well. Then I'm going to chop off this little bottom. There we go. And then you could totally put a saying, a little saying on here would be really cute. Okay, let's do this one that is going to be meant for Disney. I don't have any of my Disney stuff over here, which is fine. Let's see. I'm looking to see what washi tape I have that would work. Okay. So in the old days, I don't know if this is now, but in the old days, they actually, you could buy a postcard and have it sent. I don't know if it's Disney now versus when I worked there is completely different. but in the older days, you were able to physically, like, put a postcard, buy a postcard at Disneyland and have it sent from Disneyland. And it would be postmarked through a Disney. So it's kind of cool. I don't know if they have that. They're kind of getting more and more money hungry. So this black and white is kind of a fun for Disney. Okay, now this is going to be very simple, simply because there are other things I would like to put on this, but I don't have my Disney stuff for it. And I'm going to have this go, but I want something in this. What do I want there? A little bit of... I don't think I have any. Oh, I have a white flower. Okay, yes, let's use a white flower on here. We're gonna put, it's gonna make it a little thick, but that's okay. Hopefully if we angle it up right, this part will be sticking out anyways. And then we'll decorate that later. Okay, so I'm going to use this Fabric Fix to put this on here because it is and we're gonna cover that little part right there. And there we go. How fun is that? And that just gave me an idea. Okay. I don't have what I need for it. Shoot. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to watch to the end, and I will have those pictures of my quilt projects I'm working on and up close pictures of all of these. Thanks. Hope to see you next time. Bye.